limits. People project their own limitations onto you. Be mindful of the people you talk to because they will certainly put their limitations onto you. What's something that you believe women think men care about but actually don't? How much money you make? Honestly, as a man, I don't care as much how much money you make. You know what I'm saying? It's more so about how you behave when you have money and you perhaps make more than than the guy. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're coming from a leverage standpoint, I get it. There are a lot of times, especially throughout history, where you have men flaunting their power over the weaker sex, whatever, the weaker person, period, the perceived weaker person, that is. And so it's like a lot of, it can be spite, it could be like, this is for all the niggas that did this shit to me type thing. But when you carry yourself, like when you talk down to somebody, like this is another thing, like some women like to say, like this concept of saying, I don't need you, thing. I want you in my life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like stating the obvious. You know what I'm saying? Obviously you don't need, but the thing is, it's about how you carry yourself. And it's wanting to let anybody that's in your life just feel valued, man. Fuck the power shit, that's all ego. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is that, this whole concept of I got the most money, I get to say the most shit, talk the most shit or whatever. Now that's all fine and good until that individual gets fed up or that person gets more money as well, and then they decide to leave or be with somebody who values them more. Because it's all about the value. You know what I'm saying? So you can have more money, that's great, fine. But if you don't have the intelligence to kind of manage the fact that, okay, yeah, I make more money than my husband, but I value him as a man in my life, and he is a contributing person. Now, that man also has to have his ego in check, if indeed he chooses to be with a woman that makes more money than him. And so it's like it's a trust factor. It's really, are you with somebody that's not going to hold shit over your head? That's the question. And you have to ask yourself, why would you want to be with somebody like that anyway? I think that's more deep rooted. And but for those of us who like to give off unconditional love, right? And unconditional love couldn't be more imperative to give right now than what we're dealing with in an age where no one values shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's an abundance of everything. So being able to understand that life is precious. There's nothing more precious than life. There's nothing more precious than time spent, because all the money in the world don't mean shit if you're not here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't take it with you. So it's all, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just all ego. So like for a woman to feel like a man, say me as a man, I won't speak for other men, but me as a man cares about how much money you make. I'm happy for you, mama. I am. I really am. I want you to get all of what you work hard for. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna get what you deserve. You're gonna get what you put in, the work you put in for. Whatever you put into this life is what you're gonna get out of this life. Just understand that. You know what I'm saying? So the love that you might give to people, you're not able to get, don't expect to get it back from those people that you give the love to, because that's not how it works. But the universe will reward you. You know what I'm saying? The universe will reward you. But money, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know I ramble, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like when you are a woman and you feel like, a lot of guys are intimidated by the fact that you make so much money, and and all this other shit. Those are personal problems. That's for them to deal with. I promise you, you making less money isn't going to fix whatever their issue is. You know what I'm saying? That shit is deep rooted, some insecurities that, you know, they'll have to tackle. And you just got to continue to do you. So, you know, don't let no one hold you back. Remember, complement to your life, not the focus of your life. Work on doing what's best for you. You have to do what's best for you. And keep pushing, you know what I'm saying? Like, keep pushing with that. But I mean, one thing I can think of, that's something that some women believe that men care about. We don't care. Me personally, I don't give a fuck how much money you make. That's not, when I saw how you look in the club, I wasn't thinking, damn, she got money. Now, it'd be foolish to say that, like, if you saw Kim Kardashian or, I don't know, Megan Good or what is it, Saweetie, however you say that child name. Any of those, Nicki Minaj, any of those young ladies, you know what I'm saying, that you would see that are very beautiful, you know, to me at least, like very, very attractive women, and to already knowing their status that they have money. You know, like, you'd be a fool to say you wouldn't recognize that or that wouldn't have an impact. But, you know what I mean? But when a man just sees a woman, he just finds somebody that he just sees attractive, he may just want to, the natural thing is to want to mate with her. And, you know, like, all you guys are about sex. And the natural thing to do, yes, if you're heterosexual and you're into women, yes, motherfucker, I want to attack you. I want to fuck. But, you know, it's all about a process and timing and all of that stuff. The objective is to feel valued. We both want to feel valued. You know what I'm saying? You very well may want to mate with me as well. But it's all about how you're going to feel before, after, and all of that shit. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Like I said, the aspect of money. I said all that to pretty much say that money is not going to be the reason most of the time. You know, like I said, those situations where somebody's like a millionaire or something like that, or somebody's like in for a lot of money, yeah, they might have to deal with that scenario. But for the most part, if you're attractive, if we find something attractive about you, whether you make $1 million or $100,000 or, you know, $25,000 a year or whatever it is, don't care. You know what I'm saying? That's not going to pose a factor. That's not going to stop men from trying to entice you. Now, on the other hand, you know, a guy that makes like $100 a year, literally $100 a year. You divide $100 by 12 and figure it out and see if, you know what I mean, like, if a woman's gonna talk to him. I mean, he have to look like that prison nigga with the pretty ass eyes. That I forget his name. I think Jamie was his name or something like that. He'd have to be, you know, strikingly handsome in order for that to occur. But it's more about survival. You know what I mean? In a sense, it's like survival. So men are going to provide. They're going to have to provide anyway. That's just the way society has made it up. So we don't care. I'll say me. I keep saying we. I don't give a fuck how much money that you make. I just want to, you know, again, when it comes to like that with a woman, it's more about how she values me. Is she there? Is she talking to me for me, or is she talking to me for her ego? You know what I mean? That is the question. So if it's somebody that actually values you, that gives unconditional love, that's what I'm talking about. That's the standout quality to me. Yeah, I think I touched all I will on that. So, you know, something that women believe that men care about and we don't. The money. Don't give a damn. The number one thing that I want to achieve, I think ultimately I just want to achieve leaving wealth. wealth for future family. I mean, it's not going to be for me. I'm not going to be here for it. I mean, I would hope to live to, obviously, to be able to enjoy the fruits of my labor and all that stuff. But for the most part, it's really just passing on the family name, because I know where my family has come from. So my contribution is multiple. It comes in multitude of things. Healing, number one, because you won't be able to do shit if this is not taken care of. So, I mean, it's like a two. I guess I would have to say two things. But wealth, I say financial wealth and emotional wealth is one of the things I would like to obtain for me. Because if I heal, then my family heals. My daughter can heal, then she can, whatever she decides to do with her life and stuff, she'll be able to heal all those around her. And I want to be able to say that I've overcame, I mean, which I have, already, overcame a lot of like obstacles, trauma, and all that shit, but also to build wealth, to create businesses for my family and those those around me, those that I value, so that we all can live comfortably. You know what I mean? Still be in the, I want to live in the uncomfort zone, but as for living standards, not worrying about, mostly all of us living from paycheck to paycheck, but having a place in life where we can do things. We can afford to go on vacations monthly, not like a once, once a summer, one time in the summer type shit, but actually like, you know what? Whoever, we're going to Cancun next week. Wear your COVID mask, whatever, you know what I mean? Like getting to that point where we're building stuff. Fuck this small town shit. Fuck the gossip. It's distractions. You know what I mean? Like, fuck all that. Remain focused on building wealth, building yourself up, and healing yourself. It's the most important thing you can do if you want better relationships. And listen to me, I know there's a lot of people out there, a lot of women who want to be in relationships. I want you to focus on healing yourself so that you can be in better relationships. Because if you do not work on yourself, you are going to have the same type of relationship, just in a different person. That's just how it goes. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You can look back at your past and you'll see it's all connected. Everything's fucking rooted in our childhood. Every fucking thing. So if we are to have better lives, if we are to get better opportunities and have a better journey for our future family that may not even be born yet, we have to establish wealth, and wealth of the mind, wealth of like finances, buying property, investing, these things very imperative for us to do, like being able to own shit. And once we've owned stuff, we're able to save money, learn how to save money. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Everyone watching this clip, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki, Kashaki, however you fucking pronounce his name. It's a purple book with yellow lettering on it, gold lettering, whatever. Read that fucker, study it, so you can see what's going on in this rat race that we are part of. Those are most of us that work 9 to 5s, not those that own businesses. But learning these little things, these little nuggets, will help you move differently with your finances, and stop buying shit, emotional purchases. You know what I'm saying? Learn to save money so that you can build wealth. That is the plan. And so that's what I want to do. Those are the things I want to achieve. That, like, one of the things I really want to achieve is to build wealth for both, myself, my daughter, and any future, kids that I may have, future family, whatever it is, whether it's stepkids, anything, anything that may occur. Being able to build wealth, wealth of the mind, healing this, and then creating wealth, generating wealth with, buying property and things of that nature. So, one thing I want to achieve, Well, it's not really one, it's two. So, emotional wealth and financial wealth. My strongest beliefs are I believe you have the right to worship whoever you want to worship, or if you don't want to worship. You know what I'm saying? That's all right with you. I don't feel like I should project my beliefs onto you. I feel like you are entitled to believe what you want to believe. I also, my another strong belief of mine is that the word can't does not exist at all. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing holding you back but you. And limits. People project their own limitations onto you. Be mindful of the people you talk to because they will certainly put their limitations onto you. And be sure not to listen and recognize that that's their limitations and not yours. You can do what the fuck, whatever you want to do. And this is how you get out of that rut. This is how you get out of the plantation mindset. This is how you get into the mindset of abundance that you can pretty much do whatever you want to do. It may be challenging, but you can do it. So I have those strong beliefs that can't doesn't, you know, I don't say the word can't too often. You know what I mean? I say you have my strong beliefs in the ability to worship or pretty much believe whatever you want to believe in, whoever you want to believe in. And strong belief in unconditional love and healthy boundaries now. For the first time in my life, I'll say probably starting this journey maybe about 2 to 3 years ago, incorporating this more and more, and learning strong belief in forgiveness. Forgiveness for yourself, number one, because if you were not able to forgive yourself, you're never going to forgive anybody else. So forgiveness, not saying the word can't, just worship who you want to worship. If you don't believe in Jesus, by all means, that's on you. It has nothing to do. That's just because I believe in Jesus, that's not going to stop my walk, like to get into heaven. Heaven is not a group project. You know what I'm saying? If you believe in the aspect of heaven, you believing in Buddha, whoever, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not going to stop me because it's my own journey getting there. And so being able to have the conversation, allowing people to say what they want to say about, their religion, if they choose to share it, but don't try to talk them out of it. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to. You have no reason to try to talk anybody out of what they believe in because it's their belief, not yours. You know what I'm saying? So you have the freedom, thankfully, in this country. I mean, other countries are different, but in this country, you have the freedom to worship whoever you want to worship. So it shouldn't be like a cult thing. Like you shouldn't shame me because I don't believe in God. You shouldn't shame me because I don't believe in Jesus. You shouldn't shame me because I don't believe in a Buddha or, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not a whole thing where my God is better than your God thing. That's ego. That's ego from a religious standpoint. You know what I mean? But having those strong beliefs that the freedom, like really just having freedom of doing whatever you want, like worshiping whoever you want, as long as it's not inflicting harm on anybody, any physical harm or mental harm for that matter. We have more control over our mind and what we interpret, but as for, again, the physical harm, if it doesn't bring physical harm to anybody, I'm all for it. Whatever you want to do with your life. So, I mean, strong beliefs that worship whoever you want. The strong belief that the word can't doesn't exist, because it limits you. Strong belief in forgiveness, learning to forgive others for yourself. Again, when you've been inflicted so much pain, and you've interpreted as these bad things, mind you, it's an experience, but we interpret a lot of these bad things. And it's not to take away from people that have actually gone through things. Nothing anyone does is ever about us. And it's hard. It's so fucking hard to not take things personal. But when you make things personal, it only affects you. When you get mad, the only person we hurt is us, or ourselves. You know what I'm saying? They say it's like getting thrown coal and then trying to throw it back. You know what I mean? Like it's only hurting us. You know, again, that person was in pain, that projected their pain onto you. So I am working. Oh boy, I'm working at like just the forgiveness aspect of trying to be a better person, leading by example. Not perfect by any means. I won't necessarily I won't call myself like a role model in a sense. I'm just a person. That's it. I'm no different than you. The only difference probably is effort to like talk about something, but that's it. You know, we're all capable of doing the same thing. We all got the same 24 hours. So it's all about what you do with it and what you decide to do with it. But I mean, those strong beliefs, forgiveness, the word can't, the strong belief that the word can't does not exist. He that says he can and he that says he can't are usually both right. It's a quote I borrowed from Will Smith on one of these videos that he did one time. He mentioned that, and it's talking about like can. But yeah, just pretty much don't limit yourself. A strong belief in not limiting your possibilities and stuff like that. Like, you know, I'm black, I can't do that. I'm white, I ain't supposed to do that. Or, you know, whatever, I'm a woman, I'm not, fuck that. Whatever you want to do, yeah, you know what I'm saying, apply yourself, you know what I'm saying, and do that. I mean, worst case, you find out that you weren't able to do it, but at least you tried. You don't know your capabilities until you try it. Yeah. So I was having a conversation today when I worked out at the pool with a guy, and we was talking. I was kind of sharing with him like one of the analogies that I love is like somebody asked, "How tall does a tree grow?" And tall as it gets, you know. That's it. You know, it doesn't stop growing. It just keeps, you know, it keeps growing as much as it can. There's no cap for it. And it's the same for us mentally. Like if we just realize how powerful we are and that we can just continue to grow. You're not put in a box and stopping you from doing things. But strong is, you know, the strong beliefs are worship who you want. Don't worry about you know, like the word can't doesn't exist. Forgiveness. Definitely forgiveness is, I believe I covered. Yeah, I believe that's what I covered. Fuck it. Y'all heard the video, rewind the shit and listen again. Those three, what are my strong beliefs that I try to keep and hone in. Oh yeah, unconditional love. Yes, strong belief in unconditional love. So those four. The word can't doesn't exist. Forgiveness, unconditional love, and worship whoever brings you peace.